William Kampuamba is a man who grew up in Malawi, Africa, who changed his village through innovation when he was just a boy. Mr. Kampuamba published the book, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, which I read. And in this book, he explained how he changed his village through innovation just when he was a boy. And he did this through inspiration, planning, and actions he took after his first initial goal. Now, his inspiration was that when he was a boy, he was always interested in how things operated. So he would, want to know how an engine ran off of gasoline, or he would want to know how a light would work when you flipped a switch. And so this curiosity inspired him to start taking apart radios, like on the screen. And he would experiment and fix people's radios who lived in his town. And so eventually he would run into problems that he couldn't really fix on his own through experimentation. So he turned to his public library, where he found textbooks on physics and electronics like the one on the screen. And on one such of these textbooks, he saw windmills. And so he got interested and started reading about them. And so this would soon inspire him to start one of his greatest projects, which would be a windmill in his village. Now, his plan was to generate electricity with a windmill. He had seen diagrams of this machine in many of the textbooks in the library and wanted to create one to help his family. He started by making a test model, and when he set it up, it worked, and so he started constructing a large one that took many months to complete. And when he finally finished it, his entire village didn't believe him, and they called him crazy and whatnot, but when they found out that it actually worked, they were eating their words. And so after he achieved his initial goal, reporters came to write about the boy who used junkyard parts to create a windmill to generate electricity. And eventually this news hit TED, as in like TED Talks, and someone who worked for TEDx visited his village and invited him to a conference where he would give a speech about his journey for innovation. And after his speech, he was granted more and more opportunities for education. And eventually he was able to go to school despite his older age. And eventually, by 2014, he graduated from Dartmouth College, and ever since he has been on a path to make lives of people in his village and country better. And so William Kampuamba changed his village through inspiration, planning, and actions he took after his initial goal. And innovating is changing the world in one way or another, and William Kampuamba did just that.